Yo, what is good, everybody? Your bro Jadiro here, and today we're running it back again on the PTR. Man, we're just trying to see what we can do and what we can come up with here. The testing's been good so far, but this will be the final prep for me. Sorry, the encoder was giving me a little bit of trouble, so if the stream seems choppy, I do not know why. So please forgive me. But yeah, we're running it back today on the live stream, guys. Just trying to get it done, just trying to get some good feedback for you. I've been playing a lot offline because I was just so frustrated with the last time we streamed. I'm just trying to see what's going on. Yeah, just the guys, let me know if the stream looks jumpy. It looks good so far. But if it gets bad, let me know. But yeah, everything's good here. We're just running it back on the Diablo IV Season 14 PTR. Yeah, everything looks as good as it's going to be. So, just make sure everything's good. All right, everything looks okay. Just let me know if the stream health dips. Everything looks fine. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, let's see what's going on. Hey, man, no worries, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Chris. Yeah, I'm over on YouTube as well if you guys are watching. I'll get Streamlabs soon, I promise. But yeah, we're just going to test some PTR stuff out right now and just... It's all right, you know. The PTR is all right. I mean, it's Squishborn, you know. It's gonna be a rough go, guys, in terms of survivability. What looks like is happening is we're being not necessarily forced, but we're going back to the ways of the old, which is effectively, you know, we're going back to like the Rada Kapaleke days when Rada Kapaleke was kind of our thing. So we're jumping into core abilities. We're probably gonna have some sweet basic. So the basic abilities we could probably use for leveling, or we will be able to use for leveling. You can use any, you know, plug in basic ability, you'll be able to level, and then it's gonna go into core abilities and potency skills for the future. Honestly, I think it's gonna be a mixture of the Sepizontek meets Rod of Kapaleke, you know, shenanigans here. Or maybe I'll have the Rada Sepizontek is your ruin and the Rada Kapaleke is your you know, whatever else. Sorry, I just want to make sure the chat is working. Just want to make sure. Hello. Perfect. It looks like it's working. Yeah, we're just trying to see what's going on here, guys. Yeah, right now it looks like everything is pretty much like Rada Kapalex, or like I'm just running back some old school. I'm testing between if we need the Ring of Midnight Sun. My goal for the season coming, season 14. What's up, Zed? My goal for the season coming is pretty much just if we could push up pit 100, we're Gucci. That's what I'm saying right now. I'm gonna go with the. Let's go with the bird outfit. I don't know if it's a little too much bird, you know. That's cool. And then we can run. Oh, there's a cool chest piece we had the other. We had a pretty cool chest piece. I tried it just now. It's not good. Yeah, Mike, I know it feels bad, eh? Yeah, it feels pretty bad. Yeah, pit 100 is doable. I agree. Yeah, I did a pit 110. I'll go over to another character. I'll show you guys what I've come up with. So I've come up with a couple of things here. I'm just putting on some drip because I forgot. I always, you know, you guys know how it's all about the drip for me. And the wings. There we go. Perfect. Didn't equip our pet. Boom. Perfect. Save. Yeah, so like it's gonna be. I think we're going back to the ways of old. We're pretty much going to be looking at, you know, Rada Kapaleke builds. So, like, Rada Kapaleke, insert core ability here. And I think any of the core abilities will work. Also, some weird interaction, Midnight Sun, where resources. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. I've been testing with it too. I took it off because it's. You're correct. It isn't working all the time. It isn't working that consistently. So I don't know. I think it's just. I've been playing a lot offline, guys. And I'm not saying it's horrible, but we're just kind of going back. You know, what it is for me is that they took all the time to redesign the. My headphones are way too loud. What it is for me is they took all the time to redesign the skill tree, and then they ended up they took all the time to redesign the skill tree, and then we're just kind of going back to like a previous version of Spiritborn, you know, like we're going back to day one Spiritborn. Like they really should revert Russian Claw. I'll make a video on like my thoughts and everything like that. I'll hopefully have it up by Sunday or Monday. Maybe I'll record it tonight if I have enough, if my eyes can stay open. But you know, like, yeah, I just wish they did better with the Spiritborn, or at least took their, not to say they didn't do great. It's just I feel like the Spiritborn kind of got, there was interactions with the abilities that were part of, like, that were pretty much bugs, right? And see, we're squishy too. I don't even know how to survive, to be honest. I think we could probably use some. We could probably use. I thought the protection of Prime might be it, but I think I might go with like a regular legendary piece. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm looking at things too in terms of like, you know, survivability. Like, yeah, that's okay, but that's not what's gonna work for us here. We need we need some legendary items here. We should put all these in our bag. Yeah, we're just testing here. I'll show you guys. I have this is just, I'm on this character just because it's you can't look at the leaderboard, so we can go over and look at the leaderboard. And that's if you want my honest advice, that's what I would be doing, is look over at the leaderboard, because I feel like there's gonna be some ways to figure it out. You know, how do we get from point A to point B in this game right now? But I feel like currently, I think the leaderboard I last saw were for Spiritborn was like 115 or so. We got a 125 here, and they are rocking. Yeah, they're doing the Russian Claw build again. Russian Claw is still a thing, guys. I just wonder how he's doing it. Is it with like mad cooldown? Yeah. So he's going. So it's cooldown. So why would they get rid of it? Okay, Pestilent Swarm. It's the same build. So yeah, it's just Pestilent Swarms again. And then they have Soar, but they're not using Soar on the build. But why are they using these boots then? Oh, Evade cooldown reduction. Gotcha. Yeah, okay. Okay. Your Evade is now Soar. Gotcha, okay. And then you're going like Evasive Russian Claw, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's Pestilence with hella cooldown. Ego Scales. Damage all the time. This is the exact same stuff. And we got 115. Yeah, so Russian Claw lives, guys. It lives, and it's the same thing. Everyone's going back to the same old two-step. You're going the Swarm build again. Yeah. Fun stuff. Okay, cool. So it looks like Russian Claw lives if you have enough it looks like Russian Claw lives if you have enough. Yeah, Crushing Hand is what I was going to, yeah. Crushing Hand was the build I was going as well. It's kind of like, what are we doing here, man? 111, if you build. Quill Volley, Russian Claw. So, looks like people are still rocking Russian Claw. Critical strike damage. Rada Kapaleke for Quill Volley. Interesting. So people are still going Maximum Resolve. Yeah. Basic skills grant you 30% damage reduction. So I guess that was set. They must have Sepizontic or something. Echo of Quatli. Okay, nice. Yeah, they're not rocking Sepizontic. They're rocking Rada Kapaleke. Yeah, so Protection of Prime is probably chopped, right? So we're not going to rock. We should be rocking shouldn't be rocking that. What we should do is get equipment here and get some legendaries. We just need to pay. You know what I found too is that I'm finding that things will drop on the ground and then they'll disappear as well, which kind of sucks. I don't know if we'll see here. Maybe it was just when I logged in that time. But we just need pants, right? There you go. Boom. They just disappear. It's insane. You were the number 5 clear. Let's check it out, Mike. Let's go leaderboards here. You're this one. Yeah, crushing hand. Yeah, that's what I was rocking to. I have a crushing hand build as well. Nice. Are you going and you're going physical damage on this with attack speed? Yeah, that makes sense. But you're also rocking some crit damage and your resource generation. Yeah, but the Ring of Midnight Sun is bugged. You're correct. Maximum resources, sweet. Yeah, well, nice build. And you're going the Woomba set. Yeah, that sounds promising. This is good. All stats. Dexterity, thorns. All stats. All we know on this is max life and we're good. Yeah, if we get max life on this, we're sweet. Sucks that we're replacing the greater affix. Oh well. There we go. And I guess though, what we just want damage reduction. We need to like stack damage reduction, which is kind of like debilitating toxins is nice. Damage over time. Aspect discipline grants you. That's pretty good though. Damage reduction for 2 seconds. Second. Damage over time. Okay. We have Glenn's Anvil still. Your block damage reduction. I think we need to swap out... I don't know if I'm rocking Scourge. I feel like I should just be rocking counterattack. And then... yeah. Like it might be working, I don't know. I just feel like the damage reduction, like we're pretty squishy. Like yeah, you could do a pit 110 as well, which is pretty good, but I feel like we're just kind of like we're ruling out like the basics here. Like I feel like if you could do a pit 100 in season 14, like pat yourself on the back. I feel like wow, I feel like there's so much more work to do here. I don't know why I'm just getting one shot pit 100. Like we gotta wait for these yeah, we just take so much damage for nothing. I feel like we need some more attack speed too. We could probably use a better gloves. I think Heshi Kasangi's so sweet though. I guess it depends on the charm set we use as well. Like Quatli's is good, but we don't have the movement for it. Rizoka is good too, but we don't go to max ferocity stack. So it's just like a continuing pain in the neck. We're getting the resolve stacks. This is like basic stuff with Sepizontek. I don't even know if Sepizontek's worth it at this point. I think Rada Kapaleke is, but we need that maximum resource, right? I feel like this is this right here. So what we do is we do this. I feel like Sepizontek's cute, but it's not it. Sepizontek will prove better with I think Sepizontek will prove better with a different type of build. I think Supremacy, and then we could rock probably Ferocity. Right? We could rock Ferocity. Probably this is probably the best one. Ferocious. Or we can rock the, because this will increase our attack speed. What I'm trying to do is effectively... Oh, I didn't even equip the pants. I'm like, why does my pants suck? Let's go temporary maximum. I tried, but it wasn't much better. Yeah, I know. It's somehow why actually rocking the Rada Kapaleke is good is because you get the you get the protein heart, right, without having to actually rock the necklace. So I could see that. I could see that as a respectable ploy. I wish we just had more. Perfect. It knew what I wanted. Love it. Let's add sockets here. Bang, bang. Let's remove this. We're still kind of rocking with the... We still need the concussives. Is it Stomp here? Bulwark is fun. I think Vortex is needed too. Ravager's cool, but, you know... We've got a couple of sets here. We've got Rod of Kapaleka. I think rocking Rod of Kapaleka and having this as Supremacy then might be the move. Where are you? There it is, Concussive Stomp, and then I think I had it as cast a skill with a cooldown. No, channel non-core skill. Is that it? We could try it. I don't think it's gonna go that fast, but we can see. It's just how squishy you are, which really sucks. Yeah, Pain Gorgeous is good too. Yeah, I like Pain Gorgeous as well. We're gonna see what happens here though. Like, we get one shot up, we don't even have a chance. Like, we can go Ring of Midnight too. I feel like Prodigy's tempo isn't proccing as fast. Something feels weird. Quill Volley's cool. Yeah, they left Kazik in. Yeah, they left it in. It's crazy, eh? They know because, yo, bro, without 600% increased damage, you're not... Good luck. Good luck. It's still working, man. If we didn't have Tizik Room, we wouldn't be... I don't even know what we'd be pushing. Probably just... I'll tell you what, though. I bet you it will be fixed. It will be fixed come the Season 14. So, I feel like the testing we're doing is in vain. I like Quill Volley, I just... I don't know if they're... I don't really necessarily like the tears, though. They're kind of... We could do a lot of damage here. There we go. Yeah, see, we still got one shot though. Maybe the basic damage reduction. Maybe that's the move. Is we go our basic skill give us damage reduction, right? I saw that there. That might be the move. So let's go basic skills. Aspect of might. We're gonna get the resolve. Like our gear isn't that great either. Oh, we're going. Oh, that's fine. We're not even getting the full benefit of Harmony Webawaki. Okay. We'd have to. What would be better? Maybe. I don't know if this. Oh, they have to be poisoned. So yeah, they really need to change that rune around. This might be the move here. Yeah, this might be it. Unless... And I don't even think we're getting... And we're getting, I think, just enough to make Viscous Shield possible, which is crazy too. I think we're getting somewhere with this build. I didn't even know. We didn't have the Harmony of Ebawaka stacking there, so... That's all. Oh my gosh, we gotta wait for the resolve stacks to pick up because every time we enter in here, we're gonna get clobbered every single time. And then we gotta wait for our ferocity stacks to kick in, and then we're sailing. Right? Now we're doing that shit. And I have some pretty booty gear on, so I'm not even like... I feel like these riffs... I don't know what you guys think. Do you guys think those riffs kind of slow us down? I think they do. See, where's the protector? He's there. He's pulling enemies in, but we can't see him. Yeah, we still can't stand on fire. We're a little more resilient with the damage reduction from the basic skills. That's kind of weird though. It's basically insert core skill and you're flying. Let's see if we can get a mythic Rod of Kapaleke and then do the protein heart thing. So I think that'll give us a little extra attack speed. And then maybe I like Heshi Kasungi, but maybe we drop it, right? Woomba's Embrace is cool too for the charm set. I'm trying to stay away from it because every build that I want to make, I want to scale with crit. And then when you go anything like Thorns, I learned the hard way that you need yeah, when you go Thorns builds, you need there's no crit scaling. You can't scale with crit. Everything was with physical damage. Yeah, so here we go. Yeah, so it's basically insert core ability now. I just want to get this to I want to get the Spiritborn to a point where it's just insert core ability and the everything else stays the same. But if we don't go if we don't go the protector, how do we build resolve, huh? And we could maybe use the boots. I mean, using the boots for interdiction, but I think the aspect of supremacy is really good. We still got clapped there. Oh, yeah, we're still getting clapped here. Still weak, still squishy. I mean, mind you, our gear's fluffy too. Yeah, it's really gonna suck though, man. Playing in the game and dying every second like that, it's just gonna feel so horrible. And now we gotta get all our resolve stacks back somehow without getting crapped on. And don't forget, guys, there's gonna be probably some sort of seasonal power that we don't even know about, right? I just pray that's what helps with everything, and I pray that's where we're going. Yeah, what's going on, man? Yeah, Quill Volley lives. I don't even know if this is the right Quill Volley you want to go. You might even switch it up. I'm gonna try the Fire Claws next. I'm really trying to stay away from those like special, unique, the abilities that switch, because they don't Harmony of Bawaka still isn't picking them up. It's not giving them the bonus they deserve. I mean, if I didn't get crapped on a few times here, we probably would have been out in like 3 minutes, but Supremacy is good. Giving us a big damage multiplier. Just need a decent pair of gloves. And we might be able to. There we go. Sure. You know, not to mention we're rocking full glyphs here. Yo, what's up, full blown? Yeah, man, it's gonna be an interesting one tonight, man. It's gonna be an interesting one tonight. And then if you guys really want to, I can I could swap over to the actual game and we can run some goblins back if you would like. Gloves. Core skills. Wow, look at that. That's a crazy good glove, right? We just need to swap max life out for That's crazy, dude. We just need to swap max life out for crit, and we're laughing here, boys. Some GG gloves. Or even crit chance might be good. Let's see how long it takes us to get critical strike damage. There we go. Okay, so we got the gloves now. We could probably scrap everything else. Repair all items. Salvage. There we go. Except for the Midnight Sun. I'm surprised we didn't keep a Rod Kepalake. Yeah, we really didn't keep a Rod Kepalake. Okay. Yeah, I gotta pick these up before they hit the ground because they disappear. Makes no sense. Sustained wars. Here goes Might. Yeah, see how they disappear before they hit the ground? It's so weird. Can we not do that? Maybe I have to leave Temis. There's just so many people dropping stuff on the ground. We have to pick a right spot. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta pick it up before it hits the ground. Except the Zontek again. Weird vibes. Yeah, let's go to a different city. Maybe it's just let's go back to Saragar. This is my old city. This is the city I used to love going to. Let's do some testing and then we can do some goblin stuff, guys. Let's got water. Water's good when you're tired. Oh, we're in Torment 12. Equipment. Let's do it again. Let's just... see if we got anything better. Sepizontic, Rada, Kapalex. Stats are kind of doo-doo. That's good. It's good Widow's Web. Jeez. Good Starless Skies. You know what's funny? We're never going to see this luck in the actual game. Damn, Loyalty's Mantle. It's okay, I don't care. Let's put all this stuff in the bag. I don't even need those, to be honest. I don't know why I'm keeping them. I seen a decent Rada Kapaleke. There we go. Damage over time. We need a decent Rada Kapaleke. See if we can find one. Equipment. Grant all uniques. Grant all uniques. Only get it once. Wow, what's that? Cool. What's that? Cooler. Where's our quarterstaff? It's polearm. No quarterstaff. Oh yeah, there is. Physical damage. We're just gonna have to keep scrapping these. Gonna be interesting trying to find this thing, guys. The Rodicapalex with good. Not only a good Rodicapalex, but one with good stats. We could try doing the cube stuff. It's probably gonna take forever to do, but we could try it. Yeah, it's gonna take forever. Equipment. Let's go. Grant all uniques. It only grants us one cache at a time, eh? Did we get it? There. Okay, not bad. Okay, we got the critical strike damage multiplier. That's all I really care about on there with the that's okay. We're gonna lose some big stats though. Damn. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Where's our crit? We could also do like attack speed. We didn't even get a GA on it, which is nuts. It is what it is. Nope. No. No. No weapon damage. We want to land on crit. No. No. There we go. Jeweler, where you at? Sockets. Okay. I think that's the only thing we want to keep from here. Every other, I mean, they've totally gutted all the mythic uniques as well. Excuse me.
I'll keep my forge hot. Return soon.
And then
There is power in these stones.
right, and then this glove. We can put that supremacy on. This is like the ultimate. It's not that great, but yep, perfect. And then we can like drop that. Right, and then we can swap you. Well, here you go. Something like this. The only way we're getting resolved, though. We'll see. Let's try it out. We also, the Ring of Midnight Sun is also just, it's also what it is, so. Trying to see what's up here. Without us getting absolutely deleted. Just want to see, but our maximum resources, it's alright. We could be higher, but I think this might be the direction we want to go. Alright, you want to rock that huge Rodicapalex. Pause, dude. You want to rock the mythic unique Rodicapalex, eh? See what's crazy though is we need like vortex now. Alright, so what do we do? Do we drop Earth and Bulwark? Or were we simply just doing more damage without the Rod of Kapaleke, like on our main equip? Alright, so what we do is we compromise. We get rid of this. Oh, we already have it on. Okay, yeah, cool. Forget counterattack, dude. I'm gonna use this at number 2. Ravager 3. We're just slowly gaining those. Yeah, without those resolve stacks though, we're cooked, dude. For the protector is just so good. Yeah. That's it's god awful, man, how weak we are. That should have no maximum health either. So we got a chaotic reroll that. This is maximum health. This is maximum health. This has no maximum health. That has no maximum health as well. We're walking around with 8,000 life. Oh my goodness. This is... Okay, yeah, so we got a chaotic reroll this. A lot of this gear needs to be chaotic rerolled, at least with maximum health. Okay. I mean, if we lose a multiplier, we lose a multiplier. You can't be running around with 8,000 health, bro. No way. Yeah, we can't be running around with 8,000 health. We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go cube it and hope for, like, you know, we're gonna roll. Let's just roll for like 800 times. Let's just re-roll like 800 times and see what we get. That's basically where we're going with these builds now. Yeah, this is gonna suck, but whatever. Chaotic reroll. We need... Alright, we got maximum poison damage. Yeah, we're just gonna sit here until we get a decent roll. I like the damage over time. Maybe we can focus reroll. Maybe we can focus reroll crit, right? Damage over time. No. There we go, crit. Let's see if we can get rid of that dex for another one. All damage crit, perfect, maximum life. There we go. It's a little better. And then we have to... Nope. Yeah. And then the same thing we gotta do in this. We don't want to lose the maximum resource, but... Oh. And... What? That's crazy. Of course you can. What the heck? You can't... Okay, so we got chaotic it. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be horrible. This we need max health here as well. Okay, but we can re-roll this. We can focus re-roll this. Resource. But that's gonna get rid of a resource. Well, how do I have five affixes on this? What the heck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 affix. What the heck? I think this helmet's bugged, dude. Clear. I think we just chaotic reroll it. Is what it is. We just chaotic reroll it. There you go. Perfect. Maximum health. That worked. There you go. 18k is a little better. What sucks is our Paragon board. We can't get all the maximum health nodes. We're just basically eking by here. Oh, I don't even know why I got this. I don't even have this. Spirit's good. Fitness is online. Let's go canny here, yeah. There we go. All right, this might be a little better. We got more max life. Holy, I didn't realize. I'm like, why are we getting one shot? We're walking around with like less than 10k health. What are we thinking, bro? We're insane. So stats matter, everybody. Maximum resource. I don't know how we have 5 stats on this helmet, but we do. A little bit more resilient now. Yeah, that'd be great, right? It's obviously a bug I have on the Army of Abawaka, but it's kind of funny, to be honest. Now, all we need is a little bit of movement speed, and I think we'll be great. Like, do we switch this to the Hunter? You know, do we just want that extra little bit of mobility? I like the spamming of the Seeker, though. I feel like we're taking a little bit more damage here because we got more max life. Oh, there, I spoke too soon. Doesn't matter. As soon as fire hits us, guys, we're... Well, oh, I could probably use a gem in there as well. That might help. our Talon's finally online as well. I mean, we're seeing the double-digit billions. Bill Volley and the Hunter have been done. I know. That's why I'm trying to stay away from it. Just trying to keep it Seeker right now. Crazy. This whole thing for Spiritborn is crazy, man. Spiritborn got shafted in a lot of ways, but you know, here we are. What really gets my goose is that they went and redesigned the whole skill tree only for us to resort back to, you know, Rod of Kapaleke builds. And what people are doing, what it looks like on the leaderboards, people are doing is they're forcing the Rushing Cloud build to work, which is awesome. I'm glad to see that it can work, but it looks like they're going through a lot of, you know, they're using a lot of cooldown reduction, and, you know, there's a lot of cooldown reduction that's needed for it to be now. And I think Rushing Claw being infinite was awesome, man. I think you could take all the damage away from it, being able to zip around the screen. You know, it might have led to, you know, another avenue where we had to find out how to, you know, deal damage. You know, you didn't have to like take it out of the game completely and nerf it. Our survivability is just gone. Yeah, I don't know. Survivability is just gone. We were doing good until we got to fire. As soon as we saw fire, we were... And then we have to get those... Okay, so... How do we take out... I think maybe then how we take out the... Okay, so I think what we do then... Instead of focusing so much on Rizoka's rage, I don't even care at this point. Everything can one-shot us, so... I think instead of focusing so much on Rizoka's rage, we go the Eagle. I think it's more or less the same, right? Am I correct? Yeah. Let's see if we kind of tenfold our damage here. What we gotta do is we just gotta keep moving around. That's the thing with the Eagle. If you're not moving around constantly, you're not doing damage, right? So we have to just constantly make sure we're either evading or something else. It just makes it so that we don't have to rely so heavily on ferocity stacks. I don't know. It's a little weird. I think I'm excited to level a character. I don't know if I'm excited to get into the end game though. Am I using the wrong quill volley this whole time? I know the crit damage is good, but is this so getting one shot? You can't stop. Is it? Am I using the wrong quill volley? Do we want to use this one? That bounces back, just a shorter range on it. I think that's. Does it make a difference? I feel like it does. It's not as much damage. Not as much damage. Or maybe they're just trying to force us to play all these like these new variations of the build. Sorry about the guys. I don't know what to do. It's just Spiritborn's so squishy, man. I also have, I should have at least like 8,000 more health too. Not to mention. Overall weaker. The weaker of the volleys. I mean, I guess we're not scaling into it. So ultimately, this is the strongest. Dying. Oh man, just getting crapped on is just so easily. Is stop. Stop. All our stuff's broken too now, eh? Yeah. Okay. All our stuff's broken, so probably gotta go repair it. Yeah, let's go repair. We'll get out of here. I know, Quill Volley, Crushing Hands is good. I got Crushing Hands build already. That was working. It did hit 110. It was fun. With the most like basic gear too. Yeah, this way we could also bring this back. Don't have to rely so heavily on ferocity stacks anymore either, which is good. Kind of opens up that avenue. Just two. Okay. We don't want double. This is what we want. Alright, Shikazungi. Gives us some extra max life. That's good. Even though it's completely broken, those are like GG gloves. Alright, those are GG gloves. Supremacy on the ring. Right, basic skills. I feel like this could always be something different. It's just better to have some more reduction. Sorry. While you have ferocity. Sure. So we're on there, man. We just go super damage reduction. And then we just gotta keep kind of like microing with Quill Volley. Something like that. If I don't move, they can't see me. Damn it. Spoke too soon. I don't want to play another kill. I'm just testing out all the core abilities, guys. Don't think this means I'm going Quill Volley. I played Quill Volley for like 6 seasons straight when it was busted. When the Rada Kapaleke actually hurt. I think it was at a point where the Rada Kapaleke kind of just like scaled infinitely. Those are the good times, guys. Go. Let's put some more damage reduction. A little less attack speed. Still, no escaping the fire. We are a little bit more resilient though. It's just you actually have to like play the game, you know? That's the difference now. You actually have to play the game. I do feel like our attack speed could be better, but it's not. Just things we gotta deal with, you know? Scourge. I feel like we could also do like centipede jaguar. Stop it. It would stop us from having to equip scourge, right? Fun, right? Let's test the theory. As much as we love the protector, that attack speed is crazy slow. Yeah, as much as we love the protector, that attack speed is Stinger's cool too, but that attack speed is too slow. So we can swap this out. Put back Rizoka's. Try that. Try that maybe. And then alright. Ferocious. Put back Rizoka's. Get rid of the protector. I feel like eventually we're going to be putting the Ring of Midnight Sun here instead of this Ferocity stack thing. It's just the attack speed feels really bad, right? Like, we have no attack speed otherwise, yeah. We have nothing that gives us attack speed. Did we go Infighter? I think we did. Yeah, dodge or block. Infighter gives us 20% increased attack speed. And then we have the protein heart on. Oh, what the? Dude, we've been rocking the wrong thing. Oh my god. Alright, cool. We've had the wrong thing. We've had Sepizontic on this whole time. Yo! Are uniques still random stats for season 14? Yeah, they are, man. They're still random. They still roll with random stats on it, which is kind of crazy. They definitely. I think I might be against the popular opinion, but in my opinion, I think that they need to be rolled. I think the stats need to roll. They need to roll fixed. And I think you need to be able to transfigure or go to the cube, and like you can manipulate the cube to put like to change the affixes as opposed to the other way around, right? Okay. Yeah, but they still roll randomly, man. Yeah, maybe that could be possible too. Instead of the ferocity stacks, it's just with the result. I'll show you why I'm using the ferocity stacks over. Oh wow, fire damage. Oh my lord, you gotta be careful for that. See, without mobility, we don't even have a way to get out of that. So with the Rizoka will give us a 25 times a stacking damage multiplier based on how many ferocity stacks we have. So if we're like hitting, 15 ferocity stacks, it's pretty sweet. Oh, sorry, if we're hitting like 15 times, like it gets pretty crazy, right? The thing with the Quatly set is it's good, but if you're not constantly like stutter stepping and stuff like that, which I don't like to do personally, even though it's a skill issue, obviously. But if you're not stutter stepping and stuff like that, you're not going to be able to get the maximum benefit from the Quatly set. So you literally have to like stutter step. It might be good with Stinger actually, because Stinger kind of gives you like a little bit of a window before you have to actually attack. But also I'm watching like Stinger do hundreds and billions of damage every so often. So I don't know if Stinger's bugged, but there you go. Did you guys see that? I saw trillions of damage there. Did you guys see that? That was insane. I think aspect of the Moonrise would be great too. It'd be cool if we could temper on offensive aspects to our necklace too, or our amulet. I think it needs to be 100. I think it needs to be bigger. Okay. Okay. So because I've okay, so maybe we do this and this. This will give us some sweet movement speed, right? And then we put Hashi Ikasangi on. And then we'll just make this supremacy, right? Because this will be the difference. Right, we'll make this supremacy, we'll make this ferocity. Just in case you want to switch it up. Right. We're in the lab, boys. We're cooking tonight. Yeah, I think that the unique should remain static. Like the uniques and mythics are awesome because they represent really rare items, right? So they shouldn't have random affixes. They should have fixed affixes, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying. Like that's what I don't think. And I think that you should be able to, so like for instance, let's say it rolled with the fixed affixes and it rolled, let's say, you know, Heshi Ikasangi used to roll with what? Gorilla skills, attack speed, vulnerable damage, and something else. So let's say we didn't want that vulnerable damage or that attack speed, you know, we could swap that out in the cube maybe for like a focus reroll. And then if we want to like get extra special with it and make it extra custom, then we can like enchant it at the occultist as well. That'd be really cool. You know, I think that'd be I think that would I think what that does is it allows the player to have more of the choice rather than it being RNG. Like I just don't, I feel like RNG is cool and all, but like forcing people into like playing mind games with themselves or like, you know, spending 2 hours in town at the cube. I think what happens too with this game is that the developers need to understand they need to separate the player bases, right? They need to understand that there's blasters, there's people that can play this game 12 hours a day, go to bed, eat cookies, drink milk, wake up the next day and play again. And then there's people that like, you know, have full-time jobs, go to school, and you know, they come back and they have maybe a couple hours a day, or maybe they have a couple hours a week to play the game. So they need to understand that there is a divide in the game, and they need to find that sweet spot where it makes sense for everybody, but there's also different avenues that player base can take to enjoy the game in their own way, right? So I understand that if they want like those blasters to be able to come here, you know, put an item into the cube and re-roll until like for 6 hours until they get the perfect stats. You know, I get that point, but how to fix that for the casual player base is give us fixed affixes that make sense for the ability. You know, when you're looking at Heshi Ikasangi, what do I want? It's giving me gorilla damage. You know, maybe I want to have damage to knock down enemies. You know, maybe I want increased attack speed. Maybe I want maximum life. You know, and then I can go fix those affixes later. I think having random affixes show up is just a gimmicky way to get people to, you know, have to go out for, you know, they have that end game loot chase, right? I think the end game loot chase works when the items are sick. Like if you go back to season 10, my favorite season, the Chaos Uniques. What made that season so interesting and what made people play the game for the full 3 months of it being released was there was a loot chase for Chaos Uniques, right? The stats all rolled the same, but we were able to get a unique rolled on a different piece of armor. So I feel like that's what they need to tap into. They need to understand that there's a very fine line between blasters and casuals when it comes to fun. So I don't mean to just ramble here, but I feel like they did something very well when they did the Chaos Uniques, because it worked for both sides. It worked for the blasters that had the hours and hours and hours to invest into finding the perfect piece of Chaos Unique gear, and then it also worked for the casual player base, where like if they got, if they were able to even just get a nice set of Chaos Uniques to make the build work, that made them happy, right? And then what would they do? They would go back and log on to play every time to see if they can chase that gear, right? So they need to hit that happy spot again. Like if they want people to interact with the cube, that's great. Like I think what they're forgetting is that a lot of people that play this game, blasters and casuals, want the choice to play the game the way they want to play it, if that makes sense. So like when you give us random affixes, like, if I got to go throw the Rada Kapaleke in here and do focus rerolls until I can't see anymore, then I think that's kind of a feels bad. That's gonna burn people out. That's not gonna make people want to play. We're gonna catch on to it very quickly, and we're gonna be like, look, we don't want to play. And I think I speak for the casual player base when I make my guides and I make my builds. But I think I also make builds, and I also provide guides that give the blasters the opportunity to kind of dissect what I make and have their own opinion, right? So I feel like I speak though for the casual player base when I say that, like, a lot of people aren't going to want to engage with chasing items forever, right? We're going to want to, we want to get into the game. We there's so many guides out there that we could follow and we can make builds for, and that I'll be making builds for and stuff like that. Like, I feel like I feel like there's just like this mundane feeling with the, like, I feel like what they totally stripped the whole, the identity of mythic uniques by making them, roll with random affixes. What makes them unique, what makes them mythic, is that they had fixed affixes, and that what I think would be cool, if you want to make it cool, if you want to make the mythics and unique cool, is give us the ability to change the affixes on it if we want. Let us take that gamble and change the affixes on it if we want, versus giving us random affixes that we have to go and play a mental math game for hours till we get the perfect item. I feel like that's kind of like that's what they need to do. And like, the riffs are cool too. They just kind of randomly show up. If it's a permanent feature they're going to do, like, these riffs are cool, but like, I don't know. I feel like they're like, they give like, poor XP. I don't know if that's a bug or something like that, but if they need to increase the XP they give when you're leveling up. But I could go on forever, guys. I just think they really need, there's a lot they need to change for season 14 and what's coming. It's gonna be a very, everyone's gonna come in day one. I think the first week of the season's going to go by, and then it's going to slope. They also need to revert a whole bunch of changes on the abilities. Like, we need infinite rushing claw back. I'm sorry, like this. I don't care if we don't get our infinite scaling damage reduction back, but we need infinite rushing claw back. Rushing claw wasn't broken. It was the bugs that made pestilent swarms broken, and it's the bugs that made the abilities broken. So it doesn't mean you nerf the abilities. That means you fix the bugs, right? So that's what I'm saying, is that we need infinite rushing clawback. Don't give us this charge increase. I understand that the leaderboards there's people on the leaderboards that are making infinite rushing claw still work, right? I get it, but look, it's the same build. It's the pestilent swarm build, and all they did was they made rushing claw work. So why take it away at this point if it's still viable? If it's still possible, why take it away? Just give it back to us. Do you think the casual player base is going to want to spend their whole time playing this game trying to achieve this gear? These stats on these gear, and just to have infinite rushing claw? It's just an ability. It's what makes the Spiritborn the Spiritborn. It's the Spiritborn's identity to be mobile. It's a dexterity based class. You know what I mean? We're supposed to be a little bit tanky. I don't understand why you take away Rushing Claw when we just started to enjoy it. Everyone played Spiritborn primarily because we had infinite Rushing Claw. It was just so much fun, right? Like they need to bring that back. I don't know why they nerfed it. People are going to find a way to make it infinite anyways, so you might as well bring it back, is all I'm saying. Sorry, guys, that's my rant. The idea that you can get a unique you need for a build and have it like 3 complete event stats, and yeah, it is dumb. I agree. Yeah, adulting has turned into casual gamers, yeah, for sure. And finding the right gear is going to be an endless grind. Exactly. Hi, Jadira. Don't you play MK1 anymore? I used to, yeah. I don't play D4, but how long does it take to get gear like that? I do play MK1. I used to play a lot of MK1. Yeah, man, I'm over it. I was kind of, what happened with MK1 is that there was just a lack of, there's a lack of love, I think, for the game. Like, they stopped updating the game frequently, and like, I'm pretty sure it's in a good place now, but I don't know. I just kind of felt like it was it kind of went to the bricks early for me, and I just couldn't really support the game anymore. But I'm sure there'll be more Mortal Kombat games out there that come out that I'll enjoy. It's just I couldn't do it with MK1 anymore. Along with, you know, having a full-time job and a family and kids and stuff like that, it was hard to kind of manage more than one game at a time. And I tried, but it's a lot. You kind of have to sink your teeth into one game at a time when you have those you know, when you have a family, full-time job, and all that stuff. But to get all that gear, to get all the gear that you see me currently have, would probably take a while. But what I do fears is when I make builds, I don't know if anyone notices, but when I make builds for people, my build guides are for people that only have that little bit of time to play. So what I try to do is I try to maximize the build potential with the least amount of build requirements. Like if we go over to the build planner here, I do my build planner at Mobalytics here. There you go. I got my season 14 crushing hand build. It's pretty good. It works. But if you look at, let's go to the Razor Dome endgame. So I always put low gear requirements in my build guides, because that's one of the key features that my build guides have, is that the gear requirements are low, but the pushing power is high. So that's what I mean. I kind of fit that niche where I'm here for the casual crowd, but I also give the blasters, and the people that can really sink their teeth into the game something to dissect and add to, right? I know you can add to this build, and I know what to add to this build, but I kind of leave it at that happy medium where like you can access it, and so can, you know, players that can really sink their teeth in and spend hours and hours to play. So if you ever see me drop a build guide, it's always in mind that there's a casual player base, and that there's a player base that could just play this game endlessly. So if you ever want to play this game, if you want to get into this game, I play Spiritborn specifically, but if you ever want to play this game and get into this game, I definitely got a build for Spiritborn for you that will work, whether that's leveling or the end game stuff. And if you guys do need help with like other types of builds, I can kind of guide you through Mobalytics. I can navigate this for you very easily. I can find you the build that you're looking for, and I can find you more relevant ways to get the gear. Like, you don't actually have to get the specific gear. I can show you ways how to get the gear for every class. So just let me know. But yeah, I would love to play MK again. I heard Injustice is coming out with another game, so I'm looking forward to that too. That's my rant so far, guys. That's pretty much what I want to do for a video on the Spiritborn in a nutshell. Is that, like, yeah, I feel like it's just, I don't know. I don't know what the game plan was. I don't know what the game plan was in terms of fun. I feel like there's going to be some really good classes that have some really good abilities and such, but I feel like Spiritborn in particular is not only more squishy, but wow, what is happening? Yeah, we're not only more squishy, but we're also, our damage just got, oh, you know what I haven't done yet, guys? Hold on. Let's see what I haven't done yet. I'm like, why am I getting crapped on right? Oh my gosh, we're gonna do it again? No. Yeah, there's a lot going on that needs to get addressed, I believe. But, you know, I'm just one person, so hopefully it hits the right ears. I always provide my feedback. Sorry guys, I think what I didn't do here was I need to add a socket to this puppy, and then we need to unsocket you, running around with no lightning resistance. What did how do we get gem? How do we get gem fragments again? Is it crafting materials? Rental runes. Craft grant gold, sure. Grant all materials. There we go. Unlock masterworking. Grant air tribute, infernal competent nightmare escalation. That might help. I don't think this is going to help much, but it might help. I haven't played D4 since the season when you had a spider following you around. Oh, that's a while back. Yeah, that's season 2 or 3, I think. Is that season 2 or 3? Or is that 6? I don't even know. Yeah, that was a while ago when you had a little pet. Yeah. No, things have changed significantly. Look, the game is in the best position it's ever been. Like, obviously, man, it's been like over 2 years. So, like, hopefully, like we've got it to a point where the game is, functional. But it's definitely in a fun place. What's happening with season 14 is I think they kind of took, season with the drop of the expansion, they took like 2 steps forward, but they took like 8 back with season 14 because there's so many things that are there's so many things with regards to fun, especially on this class. So like this class is a polarizing example of what happens when you go too far, when you nerf abilities because bugs were making it really broken and you didn't fix the bugs. I feel like that's kind of where they zigged when they should have zagged. Was they kind of broke the class with that, right? I really wish you could just sit here and sometimes it just does crazy damage. I feel like it did more damage when we were like moving. Yeah, so that's what's happening right now with season 14 is just kind of everyone's like, oh man, this looks horrible, right? That's kind of what everyone's saying, but I don't know if this mobility necessarily is what we need. I think having the crit's just better. It gives us the extra ferocity stack, but you can do 150. You used to be able to do 150. There's still some builds that can do 150 because they're bugged. Honestly, it doesn't matter what they do. Someone's gonna find a way. There's so many ways. There's so many bugs in this game at this point. It doesn't matter what they do. So like, that's what I suggested too, is that they should bring up all the builds to be able to do 150. It doesn't matter what they do. They can nerf the game to heck. People are still finding ways to push to 150. I bet you I'm gonna leave this pit and I'm gonna go to the leaderboard, and I guarantee one of the classes is pushing a 150, guaranteed. I just saw 58 trillion, so maybe Stinger's bug, guys. I don't know if you guys saw that. I saw 58 trillion right there. I'm not even kidding you. We also need more viable builds that don't rely on specific gears, since getting the right gear is hard enough. Yeah, 100%, man. Call me crazy. Every ability that a class has should have a build. If you don't want people doing 150, take it out the game. Take it out the game. I don't understand why you guys have. I don't know why you can keep scaling up in power in the tower if people start hitting those like higher numbers and then you just nerf it, Guys, I've been watching live streams of like the partner program content creators. I've been playing offline and then like looking at live streams like while I'm on my lunch break or like before I go to bed. Like a lot of people and a lot of these partner program guys are saying that they're like, they don't see they think the changes are good and all this stuff like that. Like maybe they are, man. Maybe I'm just completely missing the point, but I feel like for me, like this is like specifically with the Spiritborn, this is a huge step down from where we were. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I wasn't trying to push a pit 150. There's people out there that can play this game for countless hours and they can acquire gear to push a pit 150, and then like, dude, they totally just axed the class, and now people that were just simply enjoying like a pit 110, a pit 120 are just like, what happened? I didn't even get to enjoy the glory of a pit 150 yet. And the class I play gets murked, like, gee. I think that's what they should do. They should bring up all the classes to be able to do more damage. Are you guys seeing this? Yo, am I tripping out? Are you guys seeing trillions on the screen too sometimes? Is Stinger bugged? Am I tripping out? I feel like when I move it, it's like whenever I move or something, I feel like I'm tripping out. I swear I'm seeing trillions come up on the screen. Do we want Bane then? Is it just, or is Bane only poison damage effects have over their duration? Okay. We need strength for that. Okay, let's try it. Over their duration. I don't think this works how I want it to. I don't think this works how I want it to. I don't. We see warmer strength. We need 2 more. That's fine. I don't think this works how I think it works. It says over time. Yeah, I think they really need to revert a bunch of stuff. Do I even want to make a video? I don't even know if I want to make a video. I think let's just let season 14 happen and let the cards fall where they may, you know, like, man, if they want the game to just be poopy, I don't know. Let it be. Hey, do you have a moment to test something so I can see if my game is bugged? What's going on? Echo of quality. What do you think is bugged, sir? I'm gonna put all this stuff right now. I think I want our like these. That's it. Step it up. Grab a random mythic and spam chaotic reroll. Yes, yeah, you're not wrong. It is. Yeah, it is. It's right here. Yeah, I have it on my Harmony of Ebawaka. The same thing happened to me. I spammed chaotic reroll and it gave me a 5th affix. Yeah, I have dexterity, maximum life, maximum resource, barrier generation, and impairment reduction. Yeah, so you are correct. It is a bug, 100%. Yeah, it's 100% a bug. Yeah, first day I was playing it on my first live stream, I was doing the Harmony of Ebawaka, and boom, I got a 5th affix. I'm like, yeah, that's a bug. Also, the Ring of Midnight Sun is bugged. It's not restoring. It's not restoring your resources all the time. So I'm kind of, if anyone's wondering why I'm not playing it, that's why. I'll show you. Actually, I'll just equip it. We're gonna lose big damage though, but whatever. Like it matters. You're gonna see it's not gonna give us maximum resource all the time. Sometimes you'll see it miss. even though it should be hitting 100% of the time. Oh, I'm standing in this nightmare dome thing. We lost big damage though because we took the supremacy out. We also lost big damage because of the look at the bugs. Look at the character tearing. Look at it. Look at the pixels tearing amongst each other's. They look like they're like melted Jolly Ranchers all stuck together. That's so funny. Yeah.
Being followed.
Yeah, I don't think Bane's doing any more damage. My biggest problem is I can't buy enough damage reduction to live long enough. I'm sure I could get back up to 140-ish in the damage department, but deadline before. I did see someone did a pretty smart idea. They did the. I'll show you something I'm rocking too. I don't know if it's gonna help, but I had the aspect of interdiction on the boots, and I just swapped it for. You get damage reduction based on how many resolve stacks you have, and that seemed to be working just swimmingly. But it doesn't matter once you hit, like once a cert, like if a lunatic goes off or like the explosion fire thing happens, you're done. It doesn't matter. There's no dodging it essentially. You can't just sit and like, you have to like move now, right? They want you to, I don't know. I think they just want you to play the game. Like they want you to be aware of what's on the ground. Like good luck trying to see anything with all the damage numbers on. So, you know, like I don't know. I don't know what why they thought it was what it was. Like this is the PTR, you know, like yeah. All right, I think Stinger's pretty good. Crushing Hand and Stinger. I mean, if I could push a 110 with this, like the gear's good, right? We got 3 mythic uniques on. But if I don't even think this is possible to achieve. I wonder if I just had the regular items, if it would be close. Like if I could just put the regular items on, I'd rather do that, to be honest. Because like I don't think the mythic uniques is a good look. I think they need to keep, if they're mythic, they need to be mythic for a reason. Like there needs to be something special about them. Like I understand they're giving us they're giving us the, what's it called, from Diablo 3, primal. So they're primal versions of their former selves. And what's even crazier is if, let's say you have like a Sepizontek and you want the mythic unique version of the Sepizontek, you could throw it into the cube to make a mythic unique, and you could get like a Rada Kapaleke or a Sunstained War, which I think is complete garbage too. You should be able to get, like, if you throw a unique in there, you should be able to get the same unique out. This whole like Gamba RNG idea, sometimes they go too far with it, you know. I think you need locked affixes to the uniques. Been running Undercity and I'm Redundant T12. Still no trace of echoes. It's crazy. Why lock an endgame activity behind item with no guarantee drop? Yeah, it's insane. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I found a lot of my echoes in the Helltide. Majority of the time I found one when I was playing, it was in the Helltide. And I think I got like 4. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm using for damage reduction in just a second. I think it's decent. Oh wow, he one-shot me there. That sucks. I think we switch these back. I think the speed was fun, but something. Let's do the blasting. This will help us clear them a little faster. We need those resolve stacks. That's where we're gonna get one shot. It's a good way to test. We lost damage there for sure. Oh my gosh, he did it again. That ice attack sucks. All right. So we could try Quatleys again. We could try Quatleys at Quatley, man. There's no way. Like we can't. We're not moving that quickly. We could try it though. Alright, we could try it. Just a matter of, I don't think that was working much to our favor either. A viscous shield. Prodigy's tempo. Convergence. Maybe we want revealing. Try it again. Let's try it again with the Quatley set. We're just gonna have to like micro around and stuff like that. Without microing around, we're not gonna get. We're not gonna hit anybody. Let's see what's up here. And kind of have to like. So this is max attack speed here. Feel squishy. Oh, our stuff's broken. I'm like, well, I don't think that matters though. I don't think it changed anything, does it? I don't think that changes anything though.
Step up to my anvil.
I mean, Stinger's fun. We're just gonna go through all the abilities here. We still have this to go. Gotta get ferocity anyways. Yeah, this is just, it's painful. They should have buffed all the abilities to give us more builds. That's it. Or, you know, at least buff damage resistance there. I don't know what they want us to do. Like, how is that fun, dude? I'm just gonna skip past those elites because they're doing some crazy stuff to me that some unspeakable things. Fire damage is not. I just don't like that elite pack. That feels bad. Yeah. Let's go cheese. We're just gonna try all the potential core abilities here. We haven't. Let's do payback next. Forget about it. Cool. Cool. Nice. Yeah. Payback. Oh my gosh, payback, dude. Not a payback build. We're going back, Quill. We're going. Oh, oh. It's okay. And if I'm not correct, I think this is the original way we did payback, right? Sorry. It's so annoying. Wow. See more attack speed. Wait a second. I'm also gonna try this. This might be really dumb, but I feel like this might make the difference. What's that now? Just a little more attack speed. Go a long way. There we go.
You know where to find me.
See what happens. Ooh, retrain. Yeah, I don't know, guys. All right, I've had my fill of core. It's cool. It's just we're squishy as hell. We're squishy as hell, dude. It's not even working, bro.
Auspicious omen. Ancients, watch over this one.
Maybe just still rock the protector without the 105 damage increase in the multiplier. It's more than 105. It's like 148 times damage. Okay. The state of play? Oh yeah, I've seen some of it, yeah, man. I've seen some of it. Resident Evil Veronica looks sick. I'm really excited about the Monster Hunter World expansion. That looks crazy. The Final Fantasy VII, the third chapter, essentially. Really excited about that, man. I might actually do that, man. Let's say season 14. Maybe if season 14, you know, just doesn't like it only lasts like a week. Maybe I'll play some Final Fantasy here. I'll switch up the game, man, just to keep things fun on the channel. Yeah, a lot of those games look really cool. I didn't get to see all of them. I saw a majority of them. Sorry, being able to... Onimusha, yeah, dude, that's such a classic, eh? Glad they're bringing that back. Onimusha was sick. All right, cool, man. Cool paybacks. It's all right. Cool. Let's go. Last one. Touch of Death. I have a funny feeling this is gonna. so much damage. Doesn't even matter. Okay. All right, cool. So I'm gonna. So I'm gonna go on my character from the Eternal Realm just because the gear's a little better. Sorry guys, get a little tired. It's okay. It's my last night of testing. I've seen all I need to see. I've played all I need to play. Where's our? This is the. Where? What the heck? What happened to our all armor? Oh, I think. Oh, that's right. I put in the. That is correct. Where did I put all your armor again? Those are all our unique charms. Our seal. There's our ruins. Do I need any of this stuff? I don't think so. Yeah, I think this is just our gear. Whoop. Is the upcoming start? Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath. I'll tell you that much. I am not holding my breath. What build? Stinger. So this is the Stinger build I was rocking. Same idea. I don't know what charm set I was rocking though. That sucks. I'm gonna go with the Rizoka. Just gonna put the Quatli in there, and then we can test out Woomba too. I don't think this can run a 110. I think our Paragon board is just a little bit better. I think that's the difference here. But we can't do the leaderboards because this got transferred to the Eternal Realm. Oh. Same old story here, guys. The character I have right now in the actual season 13, but we need to get those. I need to get those stacks out. Actually trying to survive here is going to be insane. just not. It's not gonna happen. Hit 110. Like, who am I kidding? Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna play on the actual server. I think I've had my fill. I've had my fill. It's gonna be fun figuring out how do we take so much damage and not get murked. Let's exit this. Let's go to Battle.net. Let's go to the regular. Let's play it. I just want to see if I can get my my goblin. My goblin. My goblin. I really wish I made notes. I'd feel more confident about making a video about it. Because right now, man. Right now, don't feel that good. All right, guys. Remember, all this is. Excuse me, what's going on? Look how much fun this would have been. Stormfeather build. This is literally what I would have played next season. So much fun. Like, how could you, how dare you remove this from the game? How dare you remove this fun from the game, Blizzard? Like, what is wrong with you? The only bug thing I'm using here is the Tizzik rune. And yes, I'm invincible because of resolve stacks. But like, really? Like, what are we talking about? Like the definition of a buzzkill, you know? Look how much this build is so much fun. I'm sorry. Storm feathers, like, let's go. Yeah, man, this Storm Feathers build is awesome, dude. I'm not even doing the Pestilent Swarm bugged poison build, man, that's pushing a pit 150. I'm not even doing it. I'm doing a Storm Feather build, man. It's just a decent build. Look at my gear. What do I have on? Loyalty's Mantle. Okay? And you can push a pit 120 with this. No problem. I didn't even put the Thunder God's Blessing on it. I'm not even being cheeky about it. Like, man, I'm so cheesed that we lose this fun. So cheesed, dude. So cheesed, bro. Whatever, Blizzard. You know what? It's your game. It's your game. Do what you want with it. But, man, you're really going to disappoint a huge amount of the player base. Is just going to be like, what did you do? And why did you do it? Oops. But you know what, guys? We got 25,000 obols now that we can carry. Adding Echo Quality and Thunder God's Blessing. I know, it would be crazy, right? we'd have to squeeze it in here. Oh, I did put Thunder of God's Blessing on. It's like something wanted me to do it just to show you guys. But then we have to, it doesn't have the right damage multipliers, but damn, you know? We can make it like the, you could swap it for whoosh. I think that sucked though. Yeah, I think we did a 120. I think we could easily do a 110 with this. Yeah, man. Storm Feathers is back. Yeah, go quad would be sweet. Yeah, we could easily just... I'm gonna miss this, honestly. I'm gonna miss this, guys. Just scaling crit into infinity. Let's see what Thunder Gods does to it. It would be great. My frustrations with the... Like, my frustrations with the PTR is exactly this. This guys, you won't be able to do this with minimal gear. And I think that's another strenuous point about the PTR changes for me, is that you, like, I don't know how it's really gonna isolate the player base, like, big time. The only people playing it are gonna be like the partner program content creators. Which I completely understand. Oh, I see a goblin. Wow. See you later. Later, my guy. I don't even care. Yeah, Thunder Gods really steps it up a bit. Like 300 times damage. It's nuts. Yeah. It's pretty cool. But I feel like it's kind of busted. Oh, my watch is running out of battery. Time to charge it. Let's do this. Do the boss. Oh, my camera lost focus. I don't know how it loses focus on the... It doesn't lose focus on the game. So weird. Boss we got here. What is this? Oh, Zir? Bring it, Zir. You still talk to people who played MK? Yeah, you know what? Some people come through, man. Some people still come through to the live stream that played in the MK tournaments. Yeah. Sometimes they come through, man. It's amazing. Those MK tournaments were so much fun. Those were so much fun, man. That was some of the highlights, man, of MK1, man. That's when MK1 was good, and then they started changing things, and it just went poo poo. Yeah, sometimes they come through though. Yeah, man, it's good to see everybody. I do my best to remember names, man. There's so many names come by nowadays. I do my best to remember names, but yeah, people still come by, man. Yeah, it was awesome, man. We had a good time. It was honestly, I didn't know what to expect, and that was the best part about doing those tournaments, was that I had no idea what to expect. And it was really cool how many people showed up and showed love for the channel, man. The channel was like at what, like 1,700 subscribers at that point in time. Like it was a good time, man. I didn't know what to expect. That was just a moment of like putting my love for the game out there, and like it's crazy, man. Like so many people ended up showing up, and like I met so many cool people. Like those moments those moments you can't make up, right? And I'm so happy I've had them. So yeah, I often think back. It honestly, it wasn't easy for me to like say, okay, I'm done with MK, man. I love playing the tournaments, man. I love meeting new people and running it back with Smoke and trying out new characters and running the ladder with you guys, man. That was some of the most fun I've had. If I'm being completely honest, but it's just unfortunate they didn't keep the game well enough to. I just couldn't validate playing it anymore. That's what it was, man. And I'm glad to see you guys still come through and show up though now and again, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's some pros that came through. Yeah, and just whooped us. I had to honestly start thinking about making brackets. I was like, I can't. There's no way that we could play these people against each other like this. Like some people just came through and absolutely wrecked us. Well, it's funny. It's funny what happens when you put things out there, right? You know what I mean? It's a pretty tight knit community, and man, it was cool to see some people come through. Yeah, we had some really good players come through and just absolutely school us. Yeah, I remember those days. That was so funny, man. I remember all the smack talk in the chat too. That was a whole other thing. If you're sub to the channel, you can actually go back and watch them. I just have them as unlisted, but yeah, they're all there, man. I played MK11. I think MK1 was good. I think putting the cameos in the game kind of ruined the buzz though. I think the 1v1 was what MK1 was missing. The option to have 1v1 still. They had the cameo system in, which was fun. But some of the cameos were broken. We're able to extend combos and just do some broken frame rate stuff that was just diabolical. I remember that. So like it had its issues. They just didn't update it enough to be, I don't know, like balanced, you know? So like I feel like the character release was too slow. The skins were cool, but like I don't know. I just felt like, and then like they were charging like a crazy amount of money for like the expansions, and the expansions were like 2-3 hours at most, right? But like you got characters, so I get it. I don't know. I just couldn't. I don't know. I just stopped supporting it. Again, it became hard. It became hard to do everything, like play 2 games at the same time and all that. But also like, it started to put a bad taste in my mouth, man. I wasn't enjoying playing it anymore. But I do miss the tournaments. The best part about playing MK1 and stuff was the tournaments. But MK11 was fun too. I never played that on stream. I started the channel when MK1 came out. So, but MK11, I played all the MKs. Yeah, they're fun, man. But MK11 was pretty good. That's a great necklace. Does it matter? No. We'll never see this build again. Mercenaries. Subo. What can we do? I got an Echoing Hatred. Let's see. Let's try our luck with an Infernal Horde. And let's make sure our war plans are situated as such. Did we it's in Kiyoshad, right? Yeah, playing MK1 was so much fun, guys. That was a good time, man. I miss those days. Those are good days. But we're here now, right? We've come a long way. Ooh, I got my first one here. Ooh. Oh. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, let's try our luck with Infernal Hordes. See if we get lucky and get the goblin. I can't see it. What's wrong with me? Oh, there it is. I'm like, where is it? Let's see. Do I have a I don't have, there's no way I have a, do I have a treasure? If I have a treasure goblin, that's crazy. There's no way. Yeah, all my treasure goblins got changed into dungeon delves. There was a bug where if you had treasure breach nightmare dungeon sigils and someone from your game joined in a lower tier than you, or like you went down to a lower difficulty, it turned your keys into dungeon delves. Make it make sense. Let's see if I can even do this, man. Dude, we could just fly around the map. We're gonna, guys, we don't have this. Well, it is, apparently it is possible. Apparently we can do this. It just takes a lot of cooldown reduction. If the streamers are not listed, if the streams are not unlisted, can I still watch? Yeah, if they're unlisted and you're subscribed, you can watch them. You have to go to the playlist though. They're on the playlists. Some of them are like age restricted or something, like YouTube age restricted. A lot of them, obviously, because it's Mortal Kombat. So some of those are private because I'm just like, I can't be bothered. But they had to go, yeah. So some of them are, some of the tournaments were great, man. We had some really good tournaments there. They should be there. And if they're not there, I can go back and try and like unlist them and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what happens with season 14 and if it's good or if it's bad, and then we'll go from there. I was gonna make a video on it, and I don't even think it's worth it, man. I'm just gonna provide my feedback on Monday. I'm gonna provide my feedback on Monday, and hopefully the devs read it. That's all I can hope for. I'm not gonna make a video about it. I think it's pretty well known what's. I think it's pretty well known what's going on with season 14. Maybe I'll still make the video, I'm not sure. we will see. I miss MK Trilogy 3v3. Yeah, that was fun too. Which one did I like too? Which one was fun? MK1 was fun. I played a lot of Injustice as well. I played a lot of Injustice, man. That game I played on Unhealthy. I would honestly say I played more Injustice than I did Mortal Kombat. Like, I played an unhealthy amount of Injustice 1 and 2. I played Nightwing and Robin. Those are my guys. Yeah, Conquest mode? I don't know why they got rid of that. Or the Crypt. They got rid of the Crypt, man. That was crazy. When they got rid of that, I was like, yeah, this game, I don't know. I can't walk through the Crypt, and like, I thought that was such a cool idea, man. I don't know why they got rid of that. Apparently NetherRealm's working on something. I saw Mortal Kombat 2 in theaters with my broskies. We had a good laugh. I thought it was pretty good, man. I thought the fighting scenes were good and stuff like that. I just thought it took itself a little bit too seriously when it didn't need to. Like, it should have leaned, like, you know, the whole Street Fighter thing is it's kind of leaning into the fact that it's a Street Fighter movie, you know, so it's not taking itself too seriously. I think Mortal Kombat should have done the same. Like, some of the dialogue was just kind of like, I was like, what the heck? And Kano pretty much carried the movie again, which was expected. That guy's just hilarious. I'm still not a fan of Soul Spires. Still feel like it's a huge time sink for nothing. Do you think the new MK1 might still come out this year? The new MK1 or the new? Yeah, they did Baraka dirty. You know what? You know what's funny though? I kind of like that they made Baraka like a comedic relief. I thought that was cool because every time you see Baraka, he's kind of like the big baddie that just gets destroyed. I think the Mortal Kombat Legacy on YouTube was the best iteration of Mortal Kombat we've ever seen. The new MK, yeah. I don't know if it's this year. I guarantee it'll be next year. I'm pretty sure they're going to see probably how much money they make off of the MK2 movie, and then they're going to decide, do we release another Mortal Kombat game or do we release Injustice 3? I think Injustice 3 will come before another Mortal Kombat game. If I'm being completely honest, I think that's going to be the move. Like, I'm so down to see a Mortal Kombat movie or an Injustice game, man. Bring it back. Just bring it back if one of the seasons of Diablo is just not looking good. Like, June 30th, if they were to drop Injustice based on the PTR and how it's looking right now, I would be like, yeah, guys, for the entire month of July, we are playing Injustice 3. But, you know, there's still so many things about the PTR that they haven't shown us yet. Like, for all we know, there's going to be, like, these seasonal powers that just... That's why I'm kind of, like, reluctant to make a video, because for all I know, they're going to bring out these seasonal powers that just totally be like, oh, now I understand why you changed all the abilities. But, like, I don't understand, like, why have us test it if we don't know that, right? You know, it's kind of like, it's kind of like a bait and switch. Unless that's like them playing chess in 3D. Like, they want people to play the PTR and be like, oh man, I don't like these changes. And then boom, they flip it on our heads and say, well, we brought the seasonal power that just totally makes everything make sense. You know, I don't think that's the case, but I hope we get something to that degree of, like, Oh, okay. That's why Russian Claw is not infinite anymore, is because you can do this with it now. Like, you know, I just really want them to wow us every season. Like, for me personally, season 10, I always say the Chaos Unique season really wowed me. I was really impressed by what they did with the game. Like, you can't expect it every season, but man, the follow-up season to the expansion might be a good time to do something like that. So let's hope the seasonal power that we get, or whatever the heck it is, outside of it, like, let's just hope it helps. You know? I think that'd be cool. I'm just waiting for them to add a stash tab boss to the... I'm just waiting for them to add a stash tab boss to the roster of lair bosses. Like, you go into a lair and it's just a stash tab. It's a chest and you gotta fight it. They're like, yeah, we did add a new stash tab. It's just a lair boss now. They should do that. That'd be hilarious. I think people would love that. I tried playing another fighting game in the case, Street Fighter 6, but found much harder than K1. Yeah, I tried Tekken, man. Oh my gosh. After Mortal Kombat 1, I tried playing Tekken. I was like, yo, this is a completely different game. It's like learning a new language. That's literally what fighting games are like. It's like learning a new language. You gotta learn a whole new input system. Like, the input system in MK and Injustice is drilled into my head. And then I went to play Tekken. I'm like, this is not like MK. This is some next level stuff. I'm pretty sure I went on a live stream and said it. I'm like, yo guys, straight up, I tried Tekken and I just can't do it. Can't wrap my head around these combos. Masses have a chance to respond on death. Cool. We got one chaos wave and a 10 wave. Ooh. Bring back the artillery potion with multiplicative bug. Yeah, exactly. That's what we need right now. We need the multiplicative. Yeah, exactly, man. Bring it back. Give us back our elixirs. We need damage. Okay, like Spiritborn, straight up. We need a better form of. We need damage reduction badly. We need damage reduction so badly. We also need you to bring back. We also need them to revert the changes on Russian Claw. I don't care if there's another way to get Russian Claw. Leave it the way it was. It was fine. They need to fix the bugs that were breaking the builds for Spiritborn, and I think it will be great. I think from there they should add new abilities and new interactions with the abilities. You know, I think that'd be great. Other than that, though, I think, you know, that's what we need right now. Like, there's not enough damage reduction for Spiritborn. We're back to the Squishborn. They need to revert the changes immediately. Almost forgot Street Fighter exists. Last play was Street Fighter. Yeah, last one I played was 4, I think. I think 4 was the last one I played too. Is that 5? Or yeah, 4 is the last one I played, yeah. When they like totally reworked the game, it was like this 3D model. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Ken was my main always, obviously. I like Guile too. Guile was sweet. Who else did I play? I like Dan. Dan's funny. He's just comedically funny. That's why I played him. He's such a troll character to pick. I saw the Street Fighter movie trailer. What the heck are they doing with the casting? I know the casting is a little whack, but you know what, man? I think that's all part of the whole gimmicky thing. I think that's part of the whole gimmicky thing is like the Street Fighter movie is like intentionally not taking itself seriously, which I think is actually going to work in its favor. Like despite yeah, like the casting's totally crazy, bro. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. I'm not going to name names or nothing like that. But yeah, it's a little... I was like, what is this? But it is what it is, man. We got a glaive that dropped with... Oh, there it is. Yeah. Not impressed, yeah? How many hours did I put in this character? Hold on. 162 hours, and I still haven't got a mythic seal yet. How about you guys? I haven't seen a mythic seal this entire season. Not one. Insanity. Maybe we can run it. Let's do an escalation nightmare dungeon sigil. See if we get lucky with a treasure breach. That'd be cool. Street Fighter, yeah, Street Fighter. What a funny movie. I'll name names. Yeah, dude. Crazy, bro. That's a crazy pull, dude. I don't know how I don't know how it makes sense either. Yeah. I think everyone said the same thing there. Everyone's like, what were they thinking? Like, if they know the actual lore behind the character, it makes no sense. This is a big... People, I totally agree. What the heck were they thinking of that casting? Honestly, man, the way I don't know how it works in Hollywood. I imagine that these people read the script, and to get like people to actually go, okay, I'll play this character, and try not to jeopardize my career as an actor or actress, right? That had to be definitely an interesting conversation at the table. And I'm sure their agents were like, listen, this is take the shot, okay? This is gonna get you into the movie realm. So take the shot, do your best. You know, haters gonna hate. The only thing that makes sense as to why some of the actors who are playing those people are playing those people. Because other than that, yeah, I'm like, what? Yeah, if it's not a mythic seal at this point, I don't really care. If it's not a mythic seal, I'm not really interested. Okay, get me out of here. Well, you know, I'm glad they fixed the portals and escalation nightmare dungeon sigils, because those are really starting to suck. Got just one mythic seal dropped in Sears, yeah. Yeah, I know it's apparently I don't know if it's a Spiritborn thing. I just haven't been lucky enough. Honestly, I don't care at this point. It doesn't matter because I don't have anything to really look. Oh, we're lagging here. I don't have anything really to look forward to in terms of builds. I don't want to go back to Rada Kapaleke. That's where we're going with the new season, guys. It's just Rada Kapaleke or Sepazontek. Like anything that falls in that realm is going to be the new builds. And you know, I really hope I'm wrong. I hope there's a blaster out there that plays Spiritborn that's like, listen, these builds work. Guys, this is the new fix. This is the new bug. Put it on your character, you're good to go. Oh, treasure goblin. Gotcha. Oh, it's because we had the greed shrine, so we got to use we got to make the best use of this right now. This is how we get the goblins. Where are you guys? Oh, there's a goblin over here. Cool. Any more goblins? What the heck? Here we go. Oh man, this is so much fun, dude. I could probably play this every day. I could probably log on, play this build every day. And I think that's what the devs are missing, that there's a player base that will do this. And then I'll play a different variation of this build the next day. You know? With Rushing Claw being the utility that it is, there's so many options with this build that make the Spiritborn fun to play. You've literally, like, you gave 100% decrease in movement speed to the Spiritborn with the Rushing Claw nerfs. Dude, it's not even about the damage potential. It's about the ability, man. It's about the not the ability, sorry. It's about the build potential. Okay, so we got different. We can go Emerald Reserve, that looks pretty nice, or we can go Equipment Development Reserve. Sure, let's go this one. I think our bag's getting kind of full here too. Yeah, it'd be nice to see more Mythic Seals though, I wish we could. Do you like Path of Exile 2 or 1? I like Path of Exile 1. I played that for a while. I like Path of Exile 2. I don't know if they've made it more like casual friendly. It's the time sink it takes to get through that game and actually get the builds going and understanding the classes and stuff like that. It's a way larger time sink than Diablo 4, in my opinion. I do like it. I just don't know if I have the time to actually commit to it. I mean, hey man, look, depending on how season 14 goes, maybe we do run it back, right? Depending on how season 14 looks. Maybe we start playing some yeah, we start playing some Path of Exile 2, man. For sure. I always say on this channel, guys, I always keep it a buck with you. If it smells bad or it is bad, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I will tell you the truth. If it's a good season or if it's a good game, I will always tell the truth. I will never advise you to do something that's not fun. All of my Spiritborn Mythic seals came from the Butcher or Undercity. Or yeah, I've fought the Butcher so many times. I just feel like maybe I should have done it in groups or something. Like I've been playing a lot of solo Southbound this season. I'm just trying to relearn the class, and just as I relearn the class, they nerf them. So you know, it's fun stuff. That's so I've been playing a lot of solo stuff. I've been doing the community runs though every Tuesday and Saturday pretty consistently. We got a Discord too if you guys want to join. I think it's in the description. I don't really like advertise it too much anymore. I just feel like you know, once we get a bigger community, the Discord might start to matter. I mean, I really enjoy having the Discord with you guys. It's just I just feel I don't know what to do to get the chat going and how to make the Discord like you know, lively. I'm still working on it, if I'm being completely honest. But we do have a Discord if you want to join it. I'm just working on ways to try and figure out how do we make it more, you know, how do I make the community engagement like a little bit higher. It's just I don't know how to, so I'm working on it. And I feel like it's really up to me to make that thing work. So if I can't make it work, it means I have some studying to do. But we do have a Discord though, if you're looking for one. I think it's in the description. I usually include it in my build guide videos too, if you're looking for it. So, but yeah, it's growing though, which is pretty sweet. It's definitely growing. We're just looking at ways to make it more interactive and like have the people in the Discord like actually chat to each other if they need stuff. Sometimes it's just a more quiet group, right? You know, I do host the events there, and if I do giveaways, I host them there as well. It's all posted there for everyone to see. You know, it's pretty cool though. I managed to make 4 builds for the season, and I'm happy that was the outcome. I at least managed to get 4 builds out for the community, and everyone seemed to enjoy it. So I couldn't be happier. Riches of materials. Unique spoils, legendary spoils. This is so many items. Greater lair keys, riches of keys. Riches of materials, legendary spoils. Let's go with this one. So everything looks more rare on it. Could be wrong. MK should bring back Great Fire Conquest mode. Let players choose a realm represent. That'll make a great fight. Yeah, I think so, man. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So many things they could do that they didn't. And that's part of the reason I stopped playing. think we need the base. We need to put all this gear, or at least as much gear as we can, away. Actually, I think we keep a lot of this, but some of the stuff we don't. Actually, we'll keep this. Everything else we can let go of. All right, Bartuk. Woo. I'm just trying to pick up everything we possibly can. Watch that be a legendary. We got Tyrion's might. No mythic seal though. No mythic seal. No mythic seal. Darn it. We got Tyrion's might though again. Echo of Quatli. Got Rod Kepeleke too. Decently rolled. Rod of Klepke. Rod of Klepelepity. Wow, I'm hurting for gold. Excuse me. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end the live stream here. So if I post a video or I don't, these are my closing thoughts on the PTR, because I think come Monday and Tuesday, or Monday, I really don't want to play test anymore. I think I've had enough play testing for the Spiritborn. So starting at the top with the Spiritborn, I think they definitely nerfed a lot of the abilities. I've said this 100 times, guys, so bear with me here. Okay, this is the feedback I'm giving at the end of the live stream here. So for the Spiritborn, they nerfed a lot of the abilities that the Spiritborn has when they should have nerfed the bugs that were affecting those abilities that made the build so strong. Case in point being Rushing Claw. Rushing Claw needs to come back to be infinite. I don't care if you nerf the damage up, down, all around. It doesn't matter. We need to be able to infinitely Rushing Claw as much as we want. It gives mobility to the Spiritborn. That is the identity of the Spiritborn, to be zippy, a dexterity-based champion. That's what we need back. You need to revert the changes you did to Rushing Claw, unless what you're bringing out as the seasonal power or mechanic makes Rushing Claw or infinite Rushing Claw a thing again. Spiritborn is exceptionally squishy in Torments 11, 12, and whatever pits you want to push. were exceptionally squishy no matter how much damage reduction we put on. You know, you're either getting one shot or whatever the case may be. It just feels bad. I'm not saying that you need to give us infinite resolve stacking and, you know, infinite damage reduction, but there needs to be something that supplements the damage reduction we had, so that, you know, there is a way to play the game effectively without being one tap by everything as soon as your barrier drops or your block chance or dodge chance falls off as a Spiritborn. I think that's just feels bad. I think we're going back into a Rada Kapaleke state, which was originally how the Spiritborn started as a class when it was released for the Vessel of Hatred, and which makes no sense to me that if you were to change the whole skill tree to provide what you call skill expression, I don't understand why the nerfs and what you did to the Spiritborn for this season is the opposite of that. You know, we're back to the original form of we're back at square one with the Spiritborn in terms of build potential. It's pretty much going to be Rada Kapaleke with Sepizontak in some cases, and then it's going to be basically, here's your build and insert core ability here, and, you know, enjoy. However, the leaderboards are reflecting that people are just doing the Pestilence Swarm Rushing Claw build once again. So if that doesn't prove anything as to, you know, why did you nerf the Spiritborn, or why did you attempt to nerf the Spiritborn in terms of, you know, the Pestilence Swarm build, people are still playing it. They're just not pushing as high. So if that was your goal, you achieved it, but people are still playing the build. So that tells me that maybe we shouldn't nerf the abilities. It has nothing to do with the abilities. Whatever you guys did, it worked. It's not pushing as high. But I'm sure people will find a way to push to pit 150 again. So, with that being said, what I recommend you do, instead of nerfing abilities and you know, making the Spiritborn feel like less of a class, you need to buff the abilities so that you can bring, you know, we can bring different types of builds to the Spiritborn, and we can bring all of the lacking builds that the Spiritborn has up. You know, if people want to play, you know, Rock Splitter, you know, Withering Fist, Thunder Spike, Thrash, if people want to play a basic ability, it should be able to push in Torment 12 and you know, and beyond. You know, the same with the potency skills. You know, we have Razor Wing, we have Rushing Claw, we have Payback, and we have Touch of Death. All those abilities, again, we should be able to push Torment 12 because, you know, the core abilities obviously can too. There's a lot going on. That's pretty much for the Spiritborn. I think there's a lot of reverts that need to happen. You need to make us less squishy, and you need to bring back Infinite Rushing Claw and Summary. As for the riffs are cool. Honestly, you barely even notice them when you're in the end game. I mean, like, they just kind of show up. You can interact with them if you want or if you don't want to. But it's pretty much like Infernal Hordes. It's pretty much like Infernal Hordes, but in other activities. You know, it's pretty much, you know, you sit in this circle, do the riffs, and then when they're complete, move on. You know, it's kind of like Infernal Hordes. You're just kind of stuck in this zone, and you can choose to interact with it or not. That's the difference. But like, I don't know, maybe just make it more impactful and noticeable. I notice when you're leveling up with the Spiritborn, with the rifts, they really don't make much of a difference in terms of experience. Maybe that's just a bug or something. Like, definitely up the experience that you gain from the rifts when you're doing it. I'm not saying that, you know, have us level 70 in 1 hour or something like that, but definitely look into the experience that it's not giving us. I don't know. And it's a throwback to an older seasonal mechanic that you had. You just colored it blue, and not taking away from anything. Just make it more engaging. Make us want to play it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, we don't really have a choice. Maybe have the ability to toggle on and off the rifts if we choose, right? Maybe that's an opportunity to do something like that as well. And other than that, the mythic uniques and the uniques, I said it previously, I think the mythic uniques and uniques need to have a static affix stat line as opposed to a random one every time. I think there's a large player base that isn't going to have the time to sit there and sync hours and hours and hours into the cube just to re-roll it to make it perfect or to get the item they're looking for, I think they'll run out of resources before they actually get the item they're looking for. Like if it wasn't for the PTR and I had to go farm the resources to do the flips for the focus rolls and the chaotic re-rolls in the cube, I probably would have ran out of resources before I actually achieved the perfect item I was looking for, or at least close to the item I was looking for. So I think that's something to look into too. I think you don't want to lose the identity of uniques and mythics by making all the affix random. It doesn't make any sense in my brain. Again, this is just my opinion. However, if you do choose to make them static, or if they are fixed affixes, then maybe we're able to go into the cube and re-roll the affixes that we want. We can further fine-tune the mythic and the uniques that way. Rather than you giving us random rolls. I get RNG and all that stuff, but that's going to happen with the... We already do that on this legendary gear. We're already playing the RNG game once we see legendary, ancestral gear drop. So I don't know why you would do that with the uniques and the mythics as well. And maybe even offer up... This might be a little bit too far, a little bit too easy, if you will. Maybe allow us to enchant mythics and uniques as well, where we can change a specific affix. So let's say it rolls with like 3 of the 4 are great, and we're just like, oh man, I really just need that maximum life or that damage multiplier. Maybe allow us to go to the occultist and enchant it, as well as go to the cube and focus reroll and chaotic reroll. I think that's cool as well. And for the new uniques as well, you're giving us the primal version of uniques, which is essentially like a Diablo 3 throwback, which is cool too. I don't know what much you could, I don't know what more you can do there. Maybe the mythic uniques that drop, or the uniques that drop as mythic uniques, maybe have those have the fixed stat line that we can go to the cube and change certain affixes, if we will. I think they'll just make it more interesting. I think the RNG thing is cool too, but I think it's going to be a huge time sink for a lot of the player base, where we're not going to enjoy the grind. Well, a lot of us, some people will enjoy the grind, but I feel like there's a huge part of the player base that's not going to enjoy the grind, or it's like I said, it's going to get to the point where they run out of resources before they even get the item that they want. That's pretty much it. Like, I think that touches everything. Like, for the class that I play, that's one thing. I don't know about the other classes, but for the class that I play, it definitely needs to be looked at, and survivability, build variety, and reverting infinite rushing claw. And in terms of the rifts, I think they're cool. It's a throwback season mechanic. I think they just need to be more engaging. They need to offer up more loot and more experience when you're leveling up. I found that, again, the experience was lackluster with the rifts, or... I don't know if that's a bug. Maybe it is a bug, because it was just kind of hard to loop them. I felt like you didn't even do enough damage in some cases to keep the rifts open and to keep them chaining properly. So that's also a whole other ball of wax that I didn't mention. And then as for the new mythic uniques, yeah, make them feel unique. Don't strip them of their identity of being rare. I think that's exactly what you're doing by making all of the affixes random on the gear. You're stripping that identity of mythics being mythic, and uniques being unique. They're not really unique if they're rolling randomly. It's kind of contradictory to what the philosophy is there, in my opinion. So have the affixes fixed for sure. And again, one more time, additionally, with the Spiritborn, you're stripping the identity of the Spiritborn. It's losing its mobility, its dexterity, its defensive capabilities. It's kind of it's a shell of its former self, but the leaderboards are proving that even though you take away some things, people will still find a way. So maybe it's worth more looking into the bugs that affect the builds for the Spiritborn versus just axing the abilities as a blanket fix to change things. Again, guys, that's my 2 cents. This is the second live stream I played with the Spiritborn. I've been playing offline. I've been playing like maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours some nights if I'm lucky with the family to play. But I've been playing consistently since the PTR opened. I haven't missed a day, and today was just today is definitely the final day that I'm going to be testing on it. I think I've seen everything I need to see. I'm just hoping for some sort of resolution to the Spiritborn as a class, the seasonal mechanic, and the mythics being looked at to be feel mythic, if you will. but yeah, this will be the final live stream I'm doing for the PTR on Monday. I will probably run it back with a live stream. If anyone's looking to do the Goblin event, I will do. If anyone's trying to get that last, just get the Goblin event done, we'll do that Monday if you guys want to come through and join. So yeah, thank you guys for coming through as always, man. And you only stream during the weekends? No, I stream every Tuesday and Saturday consistently. So Tuesday is 6 p.m. EST, and then Saturdays is any time between 8 and 9 p.m. EST. So I'm also working on trying to get Thursday into the schedule somehow, if that works. It's just a little bit more difficult because I'd have to do it later as well, and then I have work on Friday. But I think that'd be a nice way to break up the week. We have Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday repeating every week. I think that'd be a sweet deal. But the dream is real too, guys. Maybe one day, I could do this full time. Maybe one day, who knows? And if we could, that'd be really cool, man. That'd be really cool. That'd be the dream. If we could do this full time one day, that'd be awesome. But yeah, those are the days I stream. I'm thinking the likelihood of a new season mechanic like pet or some other power boost is inevitable. Yeah, for sure. I agree. I think that's what's going to take. I mean, like, if they don't, I mean, Spiritborn as a class is one thing, but if they don't do something about the, if they don't do something about the Spiritborn specifically, I don't think there'll be a lot of Spiritborn players playing the game. But I also hope that the reason that they made all these changes is because whatever seasonal power or mechanic, well, the mechanic is the rifts, but any kind of seasonal power or anything seasonal that they're adding to the game will help with that. Like, I hope there's a reason that they're doing what they're doing. Like, for all we know, like, they're adding a charge to Rushing Claw. Maybe they're adding something to the game that allows you to add additional charges to your ability. So abilities like Razor Wing, Touch of Death, and Rushing Cloud now will be able to add like multiple charges, which would make it make sense if there's a power that does that, because that way we will be able to get Infinite Rushing Claw back. Right? But what happens in Season 15 when you take that away? Then we're back at square one. But there's one thing I want to look at before we go. So let's look at all the leaderboards, right? So, there was nerfs across the board. Spiritborn got hit the hardest. I mean, we got a pit 125. We had someone drop by the live stream today and said they were number 5. So they pushed a pit pretty well. 110, 125 right now is the highs for Spiritborn. Let's start with the Barbarian. So right now we have, Rob shows up at 135. We have 138 for the Barbarian. Can we look at the build? What build is it? Whirlwind. Okay, cool. Makes sense. Or it could be Shout. Could be Brobarian too. But look at the gear though, guys. Like, not only this is what I'm talking about too with the mythics, make them feel unique. Not only look at the gear, but look at the affixes. Like, how much time do you think they took to re-roll these affixes? Like, this gear is like, I don't know what percentage of the player base is, unless these things are dropping like Skittles. I don't know how they expect the player base to actually achieve this kind of power. It's not going to happen. And then if they are dropping like Skittles, mythic uniques, then why call them mythics? They're not mythics. It's just another item that's really strong, right? There's nothing unique about the item. There's nothing mythic or unique about the item if they drop frequently. Let's go Necromancer here. We got 127. What is it? Corpse? Let's see what it is. It's Corpse Explosion. Yeah. Or Corpse Tendril. No. Interesting. I'm excited to see what this build is, actually. Cool. Oh. Okay. That's Necromancer. Let's go Sork. See what Sork's doing. Interesting, not seeing Makuna up here. Yeah. Rogue. Let's see, Rogue 150? What the heck? Okay, so this is probably bugged. See, there you go, guys. Rogue is still eating good. It's doing 150 pits. It's probably bugged. Jeez. Okay, let's go Druid. Druid 135, not too bad. They don't want us doing one. There's another thing. They don't want you doing pit 150, but 135 is okay. You know, like make it make sense. Look at this guy. This guy's all mythic gear except for two pieces. Everything's mythic, bro. Everything's mythic except for two pieces. Okay, dude. Shred. Nice shred storm. Sweet. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't understand, you know. 150 is too high, guys. We gotta nerf the bills, but 135, that's okay. That's okay. Spiritborn, we know, is 125. It's probably the lowest, right? Oh, Paladin. I spoke too soon. Paladin's struggling. Paladin's struggling, man. Cool. And then we have the Warlock. All right, so it's Paladin, Spiritborn, and Warlock in the bottom. And Necromancer's tied. Yeah, cap it at 135 then. Exactly, yeah. Cap it at 135. This is obviously bugged. There's no way that this is... How many people are pushing 150? You know? Well, incoming nerfs to Rogue. It further nerfs to Rogue. So... You know, we don't want you pushing 150, but 135 is okay. You know what? 138 is okay too. But if you're pushing 150, you're getting nerfed. Hey, come on, man. Come on. Look at this. And they nerf Russian Claw. And look at the top build. It's Russian Claw. It's the Pestilent Swarm Russian Claw build. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. You know, maybe I'll just do the. Maybe I'll do a run on the. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But yeah, man. Anyways, guys, that's my 2 cents on the PTR. Nothing but Spiritborn for me. I'm still crushing it. Sick, dude. What build are you playing, Guillermo? Yeah, crushing. That's dope, man. I'm glad you're crushing it, man. Yeah, I feel like on the normal realm, it's awesome. But I think 125 is cool, man. But yeah, it's the same build, so nothing's changed. There's just a new way of getting this to work. And I want to see what he's rocking. So he's going Gorilla Eagle. Just want to see where the cooldown's coming from. He's got the perfect gear too. Bane, Canny, Consumption. Energeus Colossus. He's not going any additional cooldown drive. Prodigy's Tempo converted. Yeah, you need the Prodigy's Tempo. You need the cooldown. Yeah, cooldown reduction's huge. Poisoning, duration, healing. Eagle, vulnerable damage. That's interesting. Stacking vulnerable damage as opposed to crit damage. And damage over time. Where's your cooldown from, bro? Got your evade, okay. It's now soar. Okay, I guess that's how you're moving quickly. Armor max life, damage over time, damage over time. Damage over time. Almost 100 in pit, but this is still weak. I see how far I could go. Cool, man, yeah. Yeah, you're going to be able to push a pit 100, no problem, man. It's just going beyond that. I really hope Razor Wings Spearborn will work better next season. Yeah, I made a Razor Wings build. It was actually pretty good. It actually worked really good. So it's funny. It's funny you say that. But yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully we get Razor Wings some love and we can play it. But yeah, I have if you're still trying to play a Razor Wings build, I have a build that works and it pushes like Pit 110, 150, and it can do all the bosses, everything. It's really fun to play. And it's got really low gear requirements too. I'm just trying to see where this guy's got the cooldown reduction to make Rushing Claw. You know? And he doesn't have it anywhere else. Did I miss it? Oh, it's in the runes here. Oh, reduces your active cooldowns every time you evade. Okay, gotcha. So he's got cooldown in the runes. He's got Prodigy's Tempo. He's rocking Concussive Stomp. No kidding. I think something about this is also working for him really well. Sword deals 200 damage and triggers. Okay, cool. And the pet right here, and Worthing Moon reduces the cooldown. Yeah. So if he's got Mad Pestilence Swarms going, he's got Rushing Claw off a cooldown really fast. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And does he probably has 3 charges? Yeah. So it's 3 charges. Why change it? Why change it? Who cares? Why change it? So, because if you do in fact change it, then the only way you're going to be able to really get this off a cooldown with Prodigy's Tempo is by going the Ring of the Worthing Moon, which further pigeonholes players that play Spiritborn that want to play Rushing Claw into a corner if they want to play, and you can only play a specific version of Rushing Claw, whereas you're able to play like 3 or 4 different versions of Rushing Claw before the nerf. So that's why I'm saying just revert the nerf, else you're going to be forcing people now to play one specific version of the build. Doesn't make sense. There should be multiple meta builds every season. It shouldn't be just one in particular. I think that's the issue, you know? You can't just keep like rotating meta builds. Like there should always be meta builds. They should all be fair to play. Which, the same build though, the next one down, the same build is just slightly 10 levels off. And it's probably because of the runes difference. Yeah. Oh, he's not going Prodigy's Tempo. Okay. Are they going the same rune set though? Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Interesting. Almost get 100. Yeah, yours is the one I use a lot. Yeah. I beat Mephisto, so I think I will go for cool. When does that poison build sick? Yeah, it looks cool. Nexus, yeah, man. Looks like Russian Claw's still a thing, man. Yeah, the poison Spiritborn was the best one. Yeah, you know, Pestilent Swarm Russian Claw was the best version of the build. Yeah, I've always liked the Monkey Smash build. It's been very good since season 7. Yeah. So here we are for Pestilent Swarms, guys. Again, it's coming back. They need to just revert the Russian Claw nerf. I think I spoke my piece on it. I spoke for like, I don't know, a good like 4 or 5 minutes not too long ago. If you guys want to go back and watch it, I kind of gave my spiel on it. I don't know, maybe I'll make a video on it. Maybe I'll kind of summarize it into a video for you guys, or maybe I won't. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it right now. I just kind of want to see what the devs say. Maybe I make it after the fact. Maybe after we have the news, we could see what's going on. Like sometimes I feel like you know, there's a matter of like, you know, putting your foot in your mouth too sometimes, because you might be talking about things, but you know, for all we know, there's a seasonal mechanic and power coming out that kind of just makes all this make sense, which, you know, that's the hope for me, right? You know, I don't want to cast too much doubt, but again, I'm never going to sugarcoat the truth for you and how I feel about the game. And right now it just feels like Spiritborn's just a former shell of itself until we see more information on it. Like, I guess it, and I guess that's deterministic on your matter of what blasting is to you. And if blasting to you is, you know, pushing a pit 100, then yeah, that's all good. I'm sure. I think there'll be a lot of builds that can do that. So, but you know, we always want the best, and I think that's maybe just a human thing. We always just want the best. But anyways, I can go on forever. I could go on forever about this, guys, but yeah, thanks for coming through, guys. I just want to say a big shout out to everyone that came through, man. Thank you guys all for coming through. And yeah, it's getting a little bit late. I'm gonna try and get some sleep before my kiddo wakes up, and I gotta be on dad duty tonight, so it's gonna be an interesting night. It's about almost 1 o'clock here in the morning in Canada. That's where I'm from, guys. I'm from Canada, Toronto, Canada. But yeah, man. Had a whole lot of fun, man. I don't want to end here. I just can't help. I can't fight the sleep. Can't fight the tiredness, guys, and that's the truth. That's the truth. But I had a lot of fun doing so, man. And yeah, this will be the last time I test the PTR on a live stream. Monday will be anyone that needs cleaning up and help with the Goblin event. I'm here to help you guys for sure. So yeah, guys, thank you for coming through, man. Thanks for showing your love, man. I really appreciate you guys. This channel would be nothing without the people that come through to show up and support the channel. So yeah. It's been a long goodbye, but you know, it's one of those nights, guys. I just want to, I truly appreciate you, man. And I truly appreciate the fact that you guys come here and hang out with me, man. And you guys make the live stream so much better. I'm forever grateful for that. So I'm going to call it a night here, guys. Thank you so much, man. I'm your bro, Jadiro. Sign out for now. Peace.